Over here in the red, on the map Lost Temple, we have, I think the underdog in this case, named himself after the original game. I would assume he would have done that. It would make sense. Starcraft, SC. And there's a shot of him now. Probably not feeling that good from that previous game. Over here in the bottom center, we have Lynn, a member of the team we made Fox. Really good pro team out here.
Yeah, of course. We made one of the best teams in everything. You know, they've got the best Korean Counter-Strike team, which also is one of the best Counter-Strike teams in the world.
Yeah.
They've got one of the best Warcraft 3 teams in the world, which, of course, Lynn is a part of. They've got one of the best StarCraft teams in the world. Former home to Nada, even.
Yeah.
Just an amazing esports team altogether. Props to We Made.
Yeah, it's nice when you see teams that are multi-genre and you know they're succeeding in all of them.
Yeah.
This is the part where I would plug EG. Cue that. You're waiting for it, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know a team like that. Are you on it?
Now, Barracks on the way for both these guys. And, you know, note these locations. You're very close by air, as you can, as you can see, but very far by ground. Your ramp, one ramp over here. If you can follow the mini map here, this is quite a distance here. These two entrances.
That it is, and
That it is.
it's going to be harder to drop each other's ledges because it's going to be a lot longer way around. Yeah, but of course on Lost Temple, in this matchup, being a mirror, there are no positional disadvantages, which is good, because sometimes you see that on a map like Delta Quadrant.
Oh, yeah. Even in a mirror matchup, one position can actually favor the other.
Yeah, that's definitely. But it has to be a positional thing where the map moves clockwise or counterclockwise. Maybe a flaw in the map itself, but Lost Temple is actually symmetrical, split down the diagonal, so it's completely fair in mirrors.
Lost Temple is a classic Blizzard map, actually. It was one of the first StarCraft 1 maps. Everybody played on it. Actually, almost to the point of excess. Then, of course...
Definitely to the point of excess.
Yeah, then we played on Warcraft 3. And, of course, we even saw it modified in StarCraft 1 to have, for instance, Reverse Lost Temple, where you do start out in a valley.
That was the worst map ever made, Tasis.
I love that map. I was actually...
Because you were a Protoss player,
I was a Protoss player, exactly. I was like, it's a great map.
You just make a Zealot and send it, and then make cannons, and like the Terran just sits there and like shakes his head. Why did they make this map?
Oh, man, it was good for PvZ as well.
So, Lynn right now, making a factory on the edge of his map is main. He's going to float that in for scouting purposes. And I think we're definitely going to see Banshee this time.
You know one thing about scouting with the factory is it's a bit of a tell when you do as to what. Oh, weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. Because All right.
Interesting.
We'll see.
You know the positioning of it, you just assume that it's going to fly.
Yeah, that's normally how it goes. I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to see what he has planned for us.
He's doing the Clyde build, getting Blue Flame and Hellions.
Well, no, the Clyde build is 2 factories.
Oh, that's right.
This is a much smarter build.
Because
this is 1 factory.
Clyde's like, I'm so good, I think I might do the worst build in TVT just to see if I can win.
You couldn't, Clyde. Anyways, he is making his starport, so it's going to be a Blue Hellion drop, which actually can be a very good build. Now, his opponent, SC Foyu, is actually just going to go for a Banshee build. So this is going to be interesting.
Now, you want to be careful. I don't know if I fully agree with what Lynn's doing. It's kind of an issue that a lot of Protoss versus Protoss people that were training that matchup, by the way, he's going to spot it.
And
that's why you don't put that there. Oh,
that is exactly why. Now he's, you see some Hellions pop out, and SC Foyu is like, thanks for putting that there, buddy.
You know, the problem with doing drops at positions like this is it's kind of, if you look at the 2 starting locations and you're going to ask anybody what is the most predictable strategy in these 2 positions, they would say a drop because you're close by air. It's somewhat of a transparent strategy. I don't really think doing drops in these positions right away as the first move is necessarily that good because someone's going to see it coming, but we'll see. I mean, Lynn can do a lot with a little.
That's right, and Lynn actually going to drop Marines and Hellions, so we see the Banshee coming in. 2 medevacs are making right now for Lynn. And his Marine's going to come over. Cloak not done yet.
You got to be careful. You can kite a Banshee and actually take out an innumerable amount of Marines.
Yeah, really quite a few. I actually take out like 7 or something.
He does get the SCV.
Take out that Mr.
Hellions are going around.
Very nice.
Drop. He's just going to ignore
Draw
it.
the Marines in. Run the Hellions up the ramp.
Here we go.
We're going to see what is he going to be able to get done
He's
here.
getting a lot of those Hellions. Blue Flame Hellions coming in here.
Just softening up a lot of SCVs.
Marines are in there now. And
see how many SCVs he can actually get here. And the SCV count is falling for SC Foe. He's down to 18 against 27 of Lin's.
But he does take out one of those medevacs. That is huge. Very exciting game this far.
That's right, but 9 SCVs behind. So Lin's drop actually did end up doing a pretty good job. And, oh, I thought he might lose that.
Nice micro there by Lin, pulling back that injured Marine. Vikings are on the way. Medevac being healed. If he gets this reactor, that'll be one small victory, but it decloaks,
Oh my, and a Viking about to pop out. Will SC Foe get away? Yes, he will.
Yes, he will. Banshees continuing to be pumped out here. So that was a pretty big blow that he got rid of the reactor right here. And now he's going to make that on the barracks.
Lin right now.
A few idle
is
SCVs
making
over here.
A command center. Yeah. Oops. He does have quite a few there, doesn't he?
Another drop over here in the main.
Blue Hellions.
Remember, these SCVs are already softened up. Oh! Oh my God! I think had he gotten one more, he would have gotten a severe amount of kills. Banshees are over here, and this Viking's got to come back. Both of them.
You know, right now it is 21 to 35 SCVs. SC Foe's economy is pretty bad, and his command center, his second one, just starting now. Meanwhile, Lin's just almost finishing up.
He's continuing to pump up Vikings. You could see now is the time for SC to try to get his own arsenal of Vikings, but he does not have his starport on the reactor just yet.
So he wants to take out this Viking. Will he do it? No. He gets away.
Wasting a mule.
But we do see over it. Ooh, look at that harass.
Oh, take a look here.
Oh, that's really nice.
He's going to have to scan. He doesn't have a scan, though.
His next orbital will finish pretty quickly, but losing quite a few SCVs before then, unless he targets a supply depot. At least he got that supply depot into yellow, Tasteless.
Yeah, thank God he got into yellow.
It's the small victories.
Well, as you can see, Lin has something parked out right here just to see when his opponent will expand. And that should be pretty soon because his command center is almost done.
Lin loves to switch those add-ons, man.
Yeah,
it's
he
like
does.
the 4th time he's done that.
Another Banshee over here. And
Trying to finish off that depot, doesn't quite do it.
Why is he doing that? He needs to kill these SCVs.
I have no idea, Tasteless. He's trying to disprove what we were saying about Foe being really, really strong.
Another Cloak Banshee. It's very possible a Raven might be on the way. It actually is. Lin's going to go ahead and get a Raven. He's fed up with this Banshee harassment. We have another scan over here, and that'll take that out pretty easily. 8 shots to kill a Banshee from a Viking.
It's quite a few shots.
Unless you got 4 of them.
That's true. It's quite a few less than. Well, once again from SC Foe, we have a Marine tank heavy army. And the SCV count actually is a lot closer now. You know, those Banshees did do their job. 34 against 30.
We got another drop.
Oh my. Blue Hellions going into the main base.
And he's going to take out a lot of SCVs. Again, these SCVs have been shot up all game long.
Know,
wow.
Man. It's like Detroit in there.
Lots of shootings. And damaged buildings. Sorry, any viewer who is from Detroit. We hope you have a sense of humor.
The sense of humor was scared out of him, Tasteless.
Now, SC is going to move out. And this actually, if he times this out right,
yeah, he
has to
actually
turn
has
around.
a superior army right there, but he chooses to siege up instead of push the advantage. This would be so deadly to Lin,
Yeah.
but now Lin can get into a great position.
Lin, I'm surprised he's not actually sieging up right now.
Yeah, he actually should be going to the high ground and sieging.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But SC Foyu coming in.
Here he goes.
This is actually going to be amazing if he ends up winning this game.
Well, he has a big army and no economy. And they're both taking a lot of hits right now. The Viking numbers are in favor right now.
Despite the point defense drone, SC Foyu does win that Viking battle.
Yeah.
Luckily, Lin had enough siege tanks.
And this is going to be another Viking battle that he's going to lose, but he is winning the ground war. He only has less Vikings because he's opting to go for drop. And that Banshee killed the reactor a while ago.
That's quite true. Now we do have Lin researching some stim, getting some more add-ons, getting some more Vikings. And he definitely has more tanks now, so SC Foyu is going to again have like a ridiculous amount of Marines, which aren't really that great against siege tanks.
Here he comes again, engaging. He's catching up with the Vikings because of his econ advantage.
You know, they both do have expansions out, and the econ advantage not quite as big as it was earlier. Earlier it was like unwinnably different, but right now 49 SCVs for Lin, 42 for SC Foyu. So not that bad considering how many Blue Hellions have been in his base.
No kidding. I mean, he's definitely quite resilient, able to bounce back from even the hardest conditions. Sieging up right outside of the siege line here. As you can see, indicated by this white circle. That's actually the range of the siege tank.
Gonna want to make a Viking flower. Or just sit him there. That works too, I guess.
There is the Viking flower.
That's a kind of a dysfunctional Viking flower.
I know. That one's actually, I think I'd be getting seasick if I was one of those Vikings. More tanks. He's going to win this battle. Now remember, even though there's a Viking advantage here for Lin, so he has a spotter advantage, the Red Terran SC controls the Zelnaga Watchtower, so you can see just as far, if not farther. That's why in this matchup specifically, controlling the Zelnaga Watchtower is so important and pivotal.
Yeah, very true there. But Lin just keeps pushing forward with his siege tanks. Oh, and barely does not kill that siege tank.
By the way, we got a drop over here in the main. Got to go over the tech lab. He wants to reduce the number of tanks. Smart move.
Plenty of units coming in, though, to clean this up.
And looks like he's going to do another drop over here, maybe in the main. Nope, they're actually dead even with SCVs, so SC is catching up.
Yeah, that's very true, but, you know, who is going to take the third base first?
Uh-oh. Big blunder here by Lin. He's going to lose all these tanks. He is going to get some Marines.
And that's actually going to put him behind a little bit. And look at this. He's deciding that he has too many resources. Throwing down some extra barracks. Going to go very Marine Marauder heavy. And that's actually a really good choice right now.
Here's a drop in the main. Expect that SCV count to go down once again. Oh my God, nice shot. 6 kills on that one. He's a corporal.
Not for long, he's not. At least he'll get a state funeral, though.
That's true. Now, more barracks on the way. Nope, we have another drop that could happen over here. SC seems to be preoccupied managing his base, his economy, and everything. The tanks, the Marines, everybody's on the move. I don't know if Lin should have built these barracks here, because if he stops him from making these barracks, it's going to really mess up his production rate.
Look at this, SC pushing forward here, trying to get into range of these barracks. Could make them lift off.
And he might want to land these Vikings on the siege tanks. Nope.
But more
Marines are over there already.
Yeah, too many units do come in there. And Lin is going to have to back up a little bit. SC Foyu showing he is actually not as bad as he looked at the end of game 1.
Actually, I think he might actually break in here and kill him.
Oh, he does siege up.
Now he's going to drop the Vikings.
Yeah, he's definitely going to drop them. That's a great circumstance to drop them during. Finish off those siege tanks now,
That
lift them
close.
up and get out of there.
Peace.
But
Still
now
2 more tanks over here. Pressure's building up.
That's a good little contain he has on Lin as well. It's going to be hard for Lin to really break out of there.
If you look at this tank's splash radius over here, it perfectly contains Lin right now. SC does have the contain much more pivotal in a TVT in terms of tearing than any other matchup. By the way, there's a drop over here in the main. SCB is going to try to chip away at this Marauder.
We've seen what SCVs can do to Zerg, Tasteless. They certainly can do it to a Marauder as well.
Here's the stim.
Trying to get out there and just kill this siege tank so he can break out finally. And he does succeed.
Nice recovery by Lin.
SC Foyu, though, still coming up with more siege tanks. Got a lot of Marines right there as well.
Oh, he's going to do another drop.
Oh, that could be very dangerous. Snipes that medevac, though. Good move.
He got the Marines' attention, shot the medevac, and had to back up, so might as well not drop. The Marines are going to be there anyways. And you can see Lin is actually leapfrogging tanks forward. He does now control his Zelnaga watchtower, as you can see here on our vision screen.
Now, we finally do have someone deciding to expand again, SC Foyu. First one out of that gate. And that's very important. If he gets that expansion up and going, he's actually going to get a huge lead on Lin.
Right. However, spending this additional income on this command center means he'll temporarily have a smaller army.
That's right.
Although, actually, if you look at the supply difference here, he's still ahead even with that.
He did win some crucial battles there.
This is actually the perfect moment to expand. I don't know if Lin is prepared.
Yeah, you know, he's not going to be able to attack. There is a nice siege line going up. Lin finally deciding to take his third as well.
So I think we're going to be in for a pretty long game here.
Yeah, we definitely could be.
Lin does have the Viking advantage right now. And of course, he can't really be dropped with his sensor tower without his cover being blown. SC's cover being blown, that is. So the command center's landed. He's going to go for an orbital. That's the right choice. You don't need a planetary in these positions.
Yeah, you know.
Take a look at here. I didn't even notice this. The command center's actually gone.
Yeah, he's floating it over
He's
to a
double
fourth
expand.
base.
Yeah, nice. That's smart.
That's really smart. Yeah, he needs to get as many expansions up as possible. It looks like we're going to go into that small time of a stalemate.
Right, there's going to be a no man's land in the middle of the map. Nice little drop here. Do whatever it takes to stop these SCVs from mining. After all, he did get the gold base slightly before you. You need to catch up on time. You may force a stim out of this. Nice, taking out a medevac. Oh, nice.
Takes out the dropship, but at the cost of a stim on all those Marines.
Right.
SC's going to want to take a fourth base because now Lin, he's taking the gold and he has another base, as you see there. He's going to actually have a really great economy, even though there are more SCVs for SC still.
Yeah, well, you just have more patches here that you can mine from. So he needs good SCVs here ASAPly.
Most ASAPly.
Most ASAPly. ASAP easily.
Oh!
I'm sorry, I missed that. There was a drop right over here, but it was shot down. Artosis spotted
A couple siege tanks in a dropship. So Lin starting to get in a little bit of trouble. You know, he's losing these drops, not doing a lot, but at the same time, he has more bases. So the longer he stays in this game, the bigger his advantage will become.
You can see Stim over here. He wants to keep the sensor tower alive. As Lin is, I think, a much superior player when it comes to harassment. But SC, I think he might be over-stimming here. This medevac is actually empty on energy.
I think it's going to be empty for the rest of the game until it dies to Vikings.
Scan up here. I don't know if he should engage.
Oh, my. Lin is going to go.
He's going all in here.
Oh, man, when he just took an additional base, not sure this, in fact, this was not a good idea. He may win it, but not a good idea.
This is really risky.
That's
It would
right.
have been safer to sit back and get that base advantage. Then again, he might have not known.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, he's actually, I think he's just barely going to lose this.
Well,
That was a big, bad choice.
you know, when you take two bases and they've just started, that is the absolute #1 worst time you could ever attack someone.
Exactly.
That is exactly not how you play.
Yeah.
So,
See, he's only just now taking his 4th base.
Yeah.
His 4th base.
Now, if Lin hadn't done that, he'd be feeling so much better right now. But if we take a look at the supplies, 143 for SC Foyu, 117 for Lin. Lost a lot more units there than he wanted to.
Now, as you can see, Stims again. I don't know why Lin is doing this, actually. I feel like almost as if Lin is uncomfortable in a late game TBT.
Yeah.
When he's even or just slightly ahead. I don't feel like he can actually hold his own thus far, because that attack that we saw right in this region was disastrous.
And, Lin right now, his resources are climbing a little bit. He's at 1,200. SC keeping his down at about 500 to 600. He may be a little bit uncomfortable with this. He's still playing Warcraft 3 some, so...
Yeah. He's
very different games.
He's not treating the situation for what it is. Meanwhile, we have a drop over here. SC seems to have a better game sense to some extent. He just knows that he needs to wait certain moments, and when he does attack, it's quite effective. Nice job about taking out that sensor tower. He's going to put Lin in the dark, takes out the add-on for the factory. By the way, imagine how different this game would look had Lin not put this factory in this odd position. Now, by the way, we're going to have another attack over here. And he's moving towards his base.
Oh, he's going to get into a good position and take out Lin's 4th.
I think he might actually this actually might kill Lin here.
It's definitely going to put SC in a great spot. Going to siege up, and not much you can do to break something like that. It's not going to be cost effective, at least.
Looks like hold that thought. So much going on at once.
He's trying to break through there, but the siege tanks are stifled very nicely. Don't know if Lin will be able to do it. Oh, but the high ground drop that we had by Lin.
Oh, right up here, excuse me. Very nice play. And now, I have to say, if he hadn't gotten that drop there, I was wondering how the hell those tanks were dying.
Yeah, no, you dropped some tanks and marauders on the high ground to help deal with that.
Second attack, though. Remember, the sensor tower is
attacking
not
exactly where Lin's units were not. Sieging up. Beautiful move right now. Lin coming down, trying to siege as well. The Marines are spread out quite nicely, and now they'll want to pull back right about this second. And there they go. Slightly late.
Meanwhile, he's expanding again up here. Just take note of that.
Yeah, and he's getting further and further ahead of Lin. I really feel like this is going to go to a game 3.
Oh,
as you see, it's 80 food against 140.
And nice, he is doing some serious damage over there. But the question remains, how is Lin going to catch up now? We have another force that's probably going to be used to attack this location over here again. Meanwhile, that battle barely won by Lin. He's got to be careful. There's a turret here. You should know that because of the sensor tower. And now we see the drop.
A lot of siege tanks going for Lin up to this top base.
Not a bad choice to go on the offensive and stop playing so defensive.
Thing is,
in this case,
it's all siege tanks, and they're not high health, so SCVs can actually get in there and take those out.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Oh, very smart.
Oh, nice.
Dropping down
a mule to repair.
Yeah, that was actually a beautiful move there by Lin. It's actually the best use of a mule drop I've seen, aside from making fun of your opponent. Now down here we have a little attack. SC going up, trying to break through a little bit more. Very small attack, but some Marines coming from the side as well.
Meanwhile, over here, the expansion it's under attack as well. Note he's going to lose these production facilities. By the way, the planetary fortress, it looks like could be killed.
Yeah, it definitely does look that way.
SCVs are coming out here. They got to deal with these Marines. Not a good choice, though. SCV is very fragile.
You know, even if SC loses that planetary up top, he's still got a big supply lead. He's got over twice the supply of Lin.
More SCVs at the gold, although this gold is almost mined out, so maybe Lin can finagle his way out of this. I don't think it's the proper usage of the word finagle, but we might see proper usage of getting out of this situation. We're going to see.
Finagle, maybe.
Finagle? I'm not sure.
It is.
Okay, he did take out the expansion. Remember, this expansion's almost exhausted.
Yeah, the income right now, we do have it larger for SC, but...
He's going to float to the island for a second. I don't know why he would do that with the gold base.
Yeah, he has like mules at the gold base with gold minerals, and he lifts it off and sends it to the island. I am really confused by that. So he actually lost a lot of mining time right there.
Take a look here. Using the command center from the main, he's going to float that over here. This has been one of the best TVTs I've seen in a while. I don't agree with everything I've seen, but this is pretty epic.
Definitely is. And we have up here, it looks like SC going to clean out that drop. He's just, he is 110 food up on Lin.
Yeah, I think Lin's positionally in checkmate. He can't get the island.
Yeah.
If he goes and tries to drop on the island to take that back, then SC is just going to go towards the main or the gold.
Right now, Lin only has 15 harvesters. That's SCVs, of course.
That's right.
That's not a lot, by the way.
It's certainly not enough.
He's definitely getting economically crushed. But he does have that gold with a lot of minerals left at it.
15 to 59 SCVs here. Gold base is exhausted. The last mineral has just been mined. And I think he actually might be able to just overwhelm him and steamroll him.
Yeah, SC looks like he actually has enough units at this point. That's like 3 siege shanks and 4 marines. Definitely not enough to hold off SC's force. But again,
talk about an epic game, by the way.
The safe play by SC, though, would be to play it kind of positionally. Just kind of attack into the right main.
Yeah.
And just starve Lin out. It's much better to starve someone out, especially in such an important game like the GSL round of 64.
I know. So much money and notoriety is on the line. And you see a drop deflected here.
Sensor tower.
Sensor tower, pretty good. Another drop over here.
See, bringing a few Marines from that island. Targeting some mules. No.
Nice play there. Does manage to get him out. And this is getting pretty bad. Had Lin been able to take the island, this might be a different game right now.
Yeah.
But
let's look at the supplies.
Oh, sheesh.
Maxed out army, 200 supply for SC, 98 for Lin.
And now,
Lin decides to attack. Only 100 supply behind. That's okay. I'm a micro god.
I think he wants it to go to the third game. I think he's fed up. He doesn't want to waste his time playing in this position. So he's going to do one more attack, see what he can do with it, and then my bet is he's going to leave.
Figuring a sharp attack might be able to get something done, considering SC makes so many Marines.
Yeah, he does love those Marines, doesn't he?
I think he's going to drop those Marines on those siege tanks.
Surprise, surprise.
I heard siege tanks don't like things dropped on them. Let's see if it's true. Yep, it's true.
They hate it.
They are hating that. And here come the rest of the Marines down. Lin's going to have to GG here. GG!
Wow.
On to game number 3.
What an unbelievable series this has been so far.
Yeah, much better play that game out of SC FOU than we saw in Game 1. Game 1, he got completely outplayed. In this game, it was actually a very good game going back and forth. He was actually quite behind for a while.
Yeah.
But here we are. Game number 3 coming up.
Third game. And there's the panda bear guy, the pedo bear guy. I wasn't sure I saw that.
It said bring the kids over it.
Bring the kids. Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to read it. So, game number 3 is going to start pretty soon here.
It is. We're going to see it on Scrap Station. Scrap Station's Terran versus Terrans. They can be quite stalemate-ish.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So this is going to be pretty interesting. I think this is one of the hardest maps to play TBT on.
Yeah,
because there's so much stuff you can do, and the longer the game goes on a map like this, the more complicated the scenario becomes.
Yeah, there's a lot of high ground cliffs that you can drop tanks onto.
Right.
You're obviously very close by air, so drops as well as Banshees can be very good on the map. And of course there's that small little middle passage, which when that's destroyed, you can set up a siege line in there and it can't be broken.
Yeah, no kidding. So also the island expansion can play a big role as well. If you are being starved, we do sometimes see players lifting their main command center off after they've mined it out and going to the island.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different stuff we can see on here. We can also see all-ins.
Yeah, occasionally from time to time we do see all-ins on this map.
Proxy Factory Thor Rush is actually pretty good. You send like almost all your SCVs. The countdown started. Is Link going to go on, or are we going to have SC in the round of 32? Let's find out right in 2 seconds from now.